Remember when the biggest international drama was about who had the best jollof rice? Those were simpler times, filled with friendly debates and culinary competitions that brought people together from all corners of the globe. But then, Donald Trump decided to build a wall, not of bricks, but of tariffs. This was a bold move that aimed to reshape the landscape of international trade. A 300% tariff on semiconductor chips was introduced, a staggering figure that sent shockwaves through the tech industry. The idea? Force American companies to buy American. It was a strategy designed to reignite the spirit of domestic manufacturing and innovation. It was supposed to protect jobs, boost manufacturing, and make the US tech industry king again. The vision was grand, but the execution was fraught with challenges. But global economics isn't a simple game. It's a complex web of interdependencies and shifting alliances. It's more like a giant wobbly Jenga tower. Each move must be calculated, or the entire structure risks collapse. Pull the wrong piece, and everything shakes. The consequences can be unpredictable and far-reaching. The administration dreamed of factories humming and eagles soaring, but they missed one crucial detail. The global supply chain is a delicate balance. While all eyes were on China and Taiwan, nobody noticed Canada quietly holding a key piece of the puzzle. A nation often overlooked in the grand scheme. Canada, famous for hockey and politeness, was about to become the unexpected star of this story. Its role was more pivotal than anyone had anticipated. As America built its economic wall, Canada held the keys to the castle. A strategic position that could not be ignored. This wasn't just an oversight. It was a plot twist worthy of Hollywood. A dramatic turn that caught everyone off guard, and it would turn the grand strategy on its head. The game had changed, and the players had to adapt quickly to the new reality. Let's break down the plan. The US government unveiled a bold strategy, aiming to transform the nation's tech landscape and reclaim its place at the forefront of innovation. This wasn't just about economics. It was about national pride, security, and the future of American industry. The 300% chip tariff was meant to spark a manufacturing renaissance. By making imported chips far more expensive, the hope was to force companies to look inward and invest in domestic production. The goal? Bring back high-paying tech jobs, revitalize communities, and secure America's digital future from foreign threats. It was a vision of prosperity and self-reliance. If chips were too expensive to import, companies like Apple and Ford would have to build factories at home, creating thousands of new jobs and boosting local economies. The vision? Towns revived, national security strengthened, and a self-sufficient chip industry that could weather global disruptions. It was like declaring, "No more delivery pizza, we'll make our own." The idea was to take control, to be independent, and to enjoy the satisfaction of building something from scratch. But there was a catch. Making chips isn't just about factories and workers. It's a complex process that relies on a web of global supply chains and specialized resources. The administration forgot to check if they had all the ingredients. You can't just flip a switch and expect everything to fall into place. The special sauce, ultra-pure materials, wasn't made in the USA. These rare ingredients are essential for making the world's most advanced chips. The dream of a tech fortress was built on a shaky foundation, missing the critical building blocks needed for success. The policy sounded great on paper, but reality had other plans. The gap between ambition and execution quickly became clear. America was about to learn that you can't bake a cake without the right flour. No matter how good your recipe, you need the right ingredients. And that flour, the ultra-pure materials, was only found in one place, just across the border in Canada. The next chapter of America's tech story would depend on its neighbor to the north. Building chips isn't like baking a cake. It's more like baking a microscopic multi-layered cake in a dust-free lab. One critical ingredient? Ultra-high purity quartz. Not your grandma's crystal. This is the Beyoncé of quartz, over 99.997% pure. It's essential for making the crucibles that grow silicon crystals, the foundation of every chip. Without it, you can't make high-end semiconductors. And where's the world's best quartz? North Carolina, and more importantly, Quebec, Canada. For years, the US relied on Canada's steady supply. It was a behind-the-scenes detail no one thought about, until now. While America focused on finished chips, they missed the raw materials. The entire plan rested on a resource America didn't fully control. It's like building a race car and forgetting your neighbor sells all the gasoline. And that neighbor? About to get very, very important, because Canada was holding the ace. The new tariff goes into effect, sending shockwaves through the industry and making headlines across North America. In response, American companies scramble to build new factories on home soil, racing against the clock to secure their supply chains and keep production moving. But north of the border, Canada realizes it holds the key ingredient everyone needs: ultra-pure quartz, essential for advanced chip manufacturing. Suddenly, Canada finds itself with unexpected leverage, holding a resource that's now more valuable than ever. Instead of issuing threats or retaliatory bans, Canadian officials calmly introduce a new export permitting process for strategic minerals, including quartz. It's not an outright ban, just a mountain of paperwork, lengthy environmental reviews, and new compliance checks. Officially, it's all about sustainability and responsible resource management. Unofficially, though, it's a polite but unmistakably firm response to the US tariffs, a move that's hard to challenge on the world stage. After all, America can't accuse Canada of retaliation. Who could possibly object to protecting the environment and ensuring ethical mining? The result? US factories stall before they even start, with production lines gathering dust and workers left waiting for materials that never arrive. The much-anticipated chip revolution is brought to a grinding halt, not by force, but by a tidal wave of bureaucracy and red tape. In this quiet standoff, the moose outsmarts the eagle, all with a friendly smile and a stack of paperwork. America is left tangled in red tape, unable to move forward, as Canadian regulations slow everything to a crawl. The world watches in fascination as the quiet neighbor to the north suddenly changes the rules of the game. It's a masterclass in passive-aggressive diplomacy, where every move is calculated and every smile hides a strategy. The US is stuck, unable to play its hand, while Canada quietly holds all the cards and waits for the next move. Sometimes, the softest moves hit the hardest, proving that quiet power can change the course of history. The fallout is immediate. New American chip factories sit idle, machines and workers ready, but missing the magic ingredient. The Great Chip Famine of 2025 begins. Importing chips is too expensive. Making them at home is impossible. The auto industry grinds to a halt. New cars become rare. Prices for laptops, phones, and even toasters skyrocket. Everyday life is disrupted. Smart devices become useless. People hoard old electronics. A black market for used gadgets emerges. The policy meant to make America a tech leader sends it back to the digital dark ages. The irony? A wall meant to protect left the country exposed. In a connected world, you can't just shut the door and expect to thrive. Sometimes, what you need most is on the other side of the wall, and your neighbor has the only key. The economic pain spreads fast. Tech giants like Intel and Apple see their stock prices crash. Layoffs hit the very high-tech jobs the tariff was supposed to create. The auto industry stalls. Unfinished cars pile up. Suppliers, logistics, and dealerships all suffer. Meanwhile, other countries quickly secure their quartz supply from Canada. America's competitors keep producing, filling the gap. The tariff hands rivals a massive advantage. The US dollar weakens, inflation rises, and prices soar. The economic fortress becomes a prison, locked in, unable to get what it needs. A trade war without understanding the battlefield leads to self-inflicted defeat. The economic disaster becomes a political nightmare. The White House blames Canada, but Canada points to environmental rules. The administration looks aggressive and incompetent. Workers face layoffs, tech execs are furious, and the public is fed up. The opposition brands the tariff as the chip tax. Diplomatic relations with Canada hit an all-time low. International summits become tense and awkward. America's allies question its judgment. Secret negotiations begin, not from strength, but desperation. The US offers concessions to get quartz flowing again. The America First strategy crashes into global reality. The political cost is huge, credibility shattered. It's a lesson in the dangers of going it alone. The chip famine changes everything. Silicon Valley rethinks supply chains. No more just-in-time, now it's all about resilience. Companies diversify suppliers and stockpile materials. Consumers feel the pinch for years. Prices stay high and people repair instead of replace. Local repair shops boom, and the right-to-repair movement gains steam. Factories become highly automated, needing fewer but more skilled workers. Focus shifts to education and job training for the future. The national conversation about trade matures, no more simple slogans. People realize their gadgets depend on a global web of resources. The crisis sparks a new appreciation for international cooperation. Smart, strategic trade becomes the new goal. So, what did we learn? In an interconnected world, building economic walls is like making a submarine out of screen doors. It just doesn't work. The global economy isn't monopoly, it's a potluck dinner. America tried to take all the chips and ended up with nothing. The tariff was meant to protect jobs but ignored hidden dependencies. It overlooked the quiet power of a friendly neighbor. Bold gestures have messy results. Sometimes, the smartest move is the quietest. Imagine if the US had partnered with allies instead of waging a tariff war. Building bridges, not walls, is the real path to strength. The Great Tariff Backfire was a humbling wake-up call. The future isn't about America first or Canada first, it's about shared success. Our economies are intertwined. Prosperity comes from partnership. Next time someone suggests a giant wall, maybe try talking first.